Hey! Just so you know, only rich people are allowed to come to my wedding. I didn't bother reserving a seat for you.
What are you talking about? You were the one who invited me to your wedding in the very first place.
Well, I invited all the people from our co-ed basketball days, but you might as well not bother leaving your house.
So you're rescinding my invitation? But why?
Well, you're just a poor farmer. Even after you graduated college, you just went back to farming. What was that all about?
And that's why I'm not invited?
That's right. If you show up, then you'll just make the whole place stink like manure. I did invite you, but I've changed my mind, so just go home.
I don't stink. What are you even talking about? I always take a shower after I finish my work in the morning.
You mean you actually did farm work before coming to my wedding?
Do you have a problem with farm work? My family's been farming for generations, and I'm just the next in line to do it.
I just can't believe that you would do something so filthy on the day of my wedding. You are just a poor farmer, and you'll never be anything more.
Well, I guess I just never knew that you thought of me that way.
Well, I knew what you were from the very start. That's why I threw you out of the club when I had the chance.
Wow, I literally only came to help you celebrate your wedding, and this is how you treat me? I wish you had just treated me like this from the start. I would have known not to show up at all.
You're just a dumb farmer who doesn't know anything anyways. I can't even believe that I went to school with someone as stupid and poor as you.
I'm proud of who I am. Everyone knows that I love what I do, and I don't see what your problem with it is.
Oh, I remember how much you talked about farming back when we were at school. You might not have noticed, but every time you opened your mouth, people's eyes would just glaze over.
You're still the same person you were back then. You only care about chasing after pretty boys with money.
Well, duh! Why do you think I went to university in the first place? For all the rich, pretty boys who go there, of course. There isn't any point wasting time on men who aren't even on the same level as me.
Is that why you joined co-ed basketball in the first place?
Oh, wow. Maybe you're not as stupid as I thought. I joined because Alan was the captain and his father owned a famous marketing firm. All the others were the sons or daughters of other wealthy entrepreneurs or had some amazing jobs lined up.
So you weren't after the people, just their family's wealth?
Well, in a word, yes. That is why I started dating Alan, and now we're getting married, and soon I'll be the wife of a CEO under the GeoCrop umbrella.
You mean you've been planning this ever since you two started dating at school?
I think it's important for people to think about what they want to do with their futures.
That is horrible. I've never thought about how to use people to get what I want.
I really didn't expect a sweat and manure-drenched little hick like you to get what I was talking about anyways. Anyways, Alan's parent company has decided that they want to move him to head one of their overseas branches. So soon my husband and I will be starting a new life abroad with a bright, bright future ahead of us.
You sound pretty confident that everything is going the way that you want.
Of course it will. My plan is perfect. It always has been. The stinky farmer wedding crasher is the only mark on an otherwise perfectly executed plan. So just turn around and go home already.
My name is Ricky, and I'm 32 years old. I'm currently in charge of running and maintaining my family farm. I studied agricultural management at a rather prestigious university. The farm was actually about to be sold with no one interested in taking over it from my grandfather. I didn't want to allow that to happen, so I took it on and turned the fate of the farm around. I remember that I was totally hooked on the idea of owning it after my first harvest. Although it is true that I spend most of my time working in the sun and getting covered in mud, sometimes the smell of manure sticks to my clothes, but I still wouldn't change a thing. Missy was a girl on my co-ed basketball team that I happened to be in college with. We would go to the beach and play around. But I remember that all Missy would ever do was complain about the sand, and she would never play out of fear of getting sweaty. I always wondered why she even bothered showing up. Well, I guess I have my answer now. Today is Missy's wedding, and she invited the rest of the gang from our basketball days. I was really looking forward to catching up with everyone. But in the end, I was insulted and ended up going home instead. It was only after that Missy really took things too far.
Hey, what the heck? Why didn't you give me any kind of wedding present?
What are you talking about?
I mean, you made it all the way to the venue. The least you could have done is leave your present for me there.
But you didn't even let me in.
So what? That is still my name that you wrote on the tag for the present, right? So you already bought something for me.
Well, yes, I did buy you a gift, but I decided to go back and return it while I was driving home.
What is your deal? You bought a gift for someone and returned it without even giving it to them?
When I wasn't allowed in your wedding, yes. Is that weird?
Of course it is. What is the matter with you? I was getting married today and you didn't even give me a present.
Well, had you let me into the venue, I would have gladly given you your wedding present. But you told me that you didn't even bother saving a seat for me.
I already told you that was because I didn't want a smelly old farmer like you stinking up the place.
Yeah, you did say that. Then I just did as you said. I turned around and went home. I don't really get why you're complaining about this to me now.
You're useless. Are you really such an ignorant little hillbilly that you need me to spell this out for you? Just give me my frickin' present already. If you already returned it, then I'll take cash. You can send me $500.
What? You want me to give you $500? I'm sure that no one from the club spent that much on you.
Well, that's because they're all cheap. Everyone should have spent at least $500 on me.
You're crazy. Everyone went to celebrate your special day.
Well, if they really wanted to help celebrate, they should have given me money.
Missy, are you having money problems? I thought that you said Alan was about to take over a company overseas or something.
That's right, he is. But if I don't get what other people owe me, then I'm still in the red.
I'm sure it's really not that bad.
Well, you don't even know what you're talking about. Just give me $500.
I'm sorry, but this is not gonna happen. Please, don't ask me again.
How dare you? Do you even realize how honored you should be? The wife of a CEO is lowering herself to talk to you?
You didn't have to contact me. I never asked you to message me in the first place.
Huh. Well, how about you just leave me and the rest of our club members alone?
I really don't know why you feel the need to talk to me this way. I was looking forward so much to getting to catch up with everyone today, you know?
Well, how about I make it so that none of the others will ever want to talk to you again?
What are you talking about? How would you even do something like that? I seriously have no idea what you're even saying. Hello? Missy, are you there? We weren't finished yet.
Hello, everyone. I just wanted to thank you all so much for coming to my wedding yesterday. It meant the world to us.
Thank you so much for inviting us, Missy. It was amazing, and you were so beautiful. Your dress was amazing.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Actually, I got that same dress from a seamstress that does clothing for some of the biggest names in Hollywood. It wasn't cheap either. It cost me about $5,000.
Wow, that's amazing. And the food was to die for.
Oh, the food? Did you like it? Yeah, we just hired a starred Michelin chef to come in and cater for us.
Wow, well, the lobster was just fantastic. I don't think I've ever eaten anything as good.
Yes, he had the lobster shipped to us straight from Canada that morning, actually. It was as fresh as it could be.
That really is just incredible. You really went all out, huh?
That's right. The vegetables were all organic and actually shipped straight from the farm that morning as well.
Wow. You had fresh produce shipped all the way to the venue on the day of the wedding? It really showed. It was so delicious.
Of course we did. have you ever tried having your produce shipped directly to you? It can be a bit pricey, but when you never let yourself have anything less than the best, it really is the only way to go. I just hope my wedding was as memorable for you all as it was for me. I wanted to make sure that we only had the best of everything there so that there would be no regrets at the end of the day.
But Missy, that must have cost a fortune.
Oh, it wasn't cheap, that's for sure. I spent about $65,000, all things told.
Wait, you what? I figured something like that would have only been about $45K, no?
Well, someone seems to know her stuff.
Well, it's just that my fiancé and I are looking around for our wedding as well, and I happen to have some of the prices in my head.
Yes, perhaps if we were poor farmers or something, then we might have settled around that price. But given that we're all so rich, I knew that I had to pull out all the stops.
Oh, what do you mean by that exactly?
I mean, we all went to the same school. Did we all come for money? I thought that was the case.
Well, I can't speak for the others, but my dad just had a normal desk job.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Your family was quite average compared to the rest of ours.
I guess you could say that.
And I'm sure that your quaint little fiancé isn't all that special either.
Well, let's say he does his own thing.
But aren't you embarrassed to be marrying such a boring guy when you come from such a prestigious school?
What? No, why would I be?
I mean, you could probably have any man you wanted with your pedigree. Why bother for another office drone like your father when you could have anyone?
I'm sorry, but I really don't think of people in those terms.
Well, then again, I suppose an office worker is better than a farmer.
What do you mean by that?
I'm talking about Ricky, that farmer who used to be in our club. Do you remember him?
I don't really see what's so funny about that. But that reminds me, where was Ricky? I didn't see him there. I tried asking him why he didn't show, but he didn't really give me a clear answer.
He wasn't there because he's a filthy farmer.
What do you mean?
I mean that he's a poor and filthy man, and he didn't deserve to be at something as grand as my wedding.
Missy, you're not serious, are you?
Of course I am. He would have stunk up the whole place with the stench of manure, so I told him he wasn't allowed to come.
But that's so mean of you.
I told him that poor people need not bother showing up because I was trying to have a classy event. If I were you, I would stay away from him. His stench might rub off on you, you know.
Missy, please, stop all this. Besides, this is a group chat. Everyone can see these messages. I see that you added Ricky in this chat. I'm sure he's reading these.
I don't care if he sees them. I already said as much to him directly. He's poor, and his opinions don't matter. In fact, I only made this group chat to warn everyone about Ricky.
Warn them about Ricky how?
Attention, everyone! I have a big announcement to make. I just wanted everyone to know that even though Ricky went to school with us, the fact is that him and his family are all just a bunch of poor, lowly farmers.
Okay, Missy, I've had just about enough of this.
Well. If it isn't poor old MacDonald come to speak up for the honor of his little farm.
I was fine when you were just making fun of me privately, but to make a whole group chat and try to humiliate me in front of other people is just taking it too far.
Well, I was just tired of watching you trick people into thinking you were one of us, when the harsh reality is that you're just a poor hick.
What is wrong with you? And not that it even matters, but I'm not even poor.
Oh, please, you're a farmer. What else could you be but poor?
Missy, do you really not know who Ricky is?
Of course I know. He's the son of a poor farmer who will never be anything but a poor farmer himself.
No. Ricky is the son of the head of the GeoCorp group.
Wait, what do you mean?
You should know. Your husband works at one of GeoCorp's subsidiaries, right?
But I didn't. Wait, what?
It's the truth. But Ricky didn't want to follow in his father's footsteps and take over the company. So instead, he focused on managing his grandfather's farm.
That's right. I want to try and make a more sustainable world one day, but I wanted to get some real experience on a farm before that.
You gave up a cushy corporate job for this stupid freaking environment?
He is trying to figure out how to make the planet a more livable place. How do you not know who Ricky is? You should really read the news now and then.
That's right. GeoCorp has its irons in many fires, but never looked into agricultural production. I think it's important that future people know how to grow their own food, and I'm researching proper ways to spread that knowledge.
I really think it's amazing what you're doing, Ricky, and so important too. I heard that you really started investing in farm-to-house delivery of produce to cut down on waste and support local farms.
Wait, so then the service I used to cater my wedding was actually sending my produce from Ricky's farm?
Probably, but you said yourself that it really made all the difference in quality. And without a middleman buying the products from the farms to sell to the consumers, more of the profits will go directly to the farmers themselves. Ricky was the first one to ever come up with this concept. No one had ever thought about it before for some reason.
That's right. My dad told me that he was okay with me not taking over from him, as long as I directed my efforts into trying to tackle a problem that was facing humanity.
And you have been working really hard on it. But I hear that direct deliveries from farms are starting to take off across the world.
Well, I certainly hope so after how much effort I put into thinking up wholesale. Actually, it was thanks to all that work that my dad approached me again asking me to take over from him. So the company might be seeing some big changes.
You mean that your dad saw how well you did and still wants you to take over from him? That's amazing news! Congratulations!
Well, it's really all thanks to you, Petra.
What are you talking about? I haven't even done anything.
But if you weren't here for me for this whole journey, then I'm not sure that I would have been able to come this far.
Oh, baby. That makes me so happy to hear you say that. I'm always happy to be there for you.
Baby? Just what the heck is that supposed to mean?
Well, Petra and I are engaged.
Wait, what?
That's right. And we promised to invite everyone as soon as we pick a date. I guess the cat is out of the bag now, huh?
I can't believe this! I thought you said that you were marrying some office worker guy. But now you're telling me that you're engaged to marry the heir of the Geo Group?
I guess I am, yeah.
No, this can't be happening. I won't allow it.
What do you mean by that?
Ricky, I want you to marry me.
Whoa, Missy, what are you saying? You literally just married Alan.
Well, even if I stick with him, he'll only ever be the head of a subsidiary. But if I marry Ricky, then I can be the wife to the owner of it all. Obviously, Ricky's the better choice.
But what about Alan? Don't you even feel bad for saying that?
Please, the whole reason I went to her school was to try and find the richest guy there to marry. And now that I found someone even better, I just have to move on to better things.
Missy, stop this. You know that Ricky and I are already engaged. You can't just catch men like they're Pokemon.
Oh, yes, I can. And I plan on catching me a shiny Ricky.
Okay, this is just getting ridiculous. Missy, you and I are never gonna get married, okay?
But why not? What does Petra have that I don't? I'm clearly the better woman.
Not in my eyes. I love Petra.
But she's just an ugly little commoner. There are millions of girls like her.
Hey, Missy, I am literally in this chat and can see all that you're writing. If that's really how you feel, then I don't think I want to be friends with you anymore.
Well, then go. Who needs you, huh? You could disappear and I wouldn't even notice.
Well, okay, if that is really what you want.
I already said it, so just go already.
Missy, again, you do know that this is a group chat, right? Everyone else can see all of what we're saying to each other here.
Wait, hold on.
It's not just you, Petra, and I, it's the rest of the club, too. You do remember inviting all of them, don't you? Including Alan?
No, this isn't right.
I wonder what he's gonna think when he reads this.
Oh my god! What am I gonna do?
Actually, I don't need to wonder. He's already seen it. Oh, poor guy. Luckily, he's got his new post coming up in Europe to take his mind off of you. I told him he's totally free to move over there without you, of course.
You told him what now? Why would you tell him that? Of all the arrogant things you could have done?
Alan's my friend too. I just want what's best for him.
Alan, baby, don't listen to Ricky. This was all just a big joke. I love you. Please, baby, pick up the phone.
Alan had messaged me right before the wedding wondering where I was. I'm not sure why, but I made up an excuse at first to try and cover for Missy's biases. But once she decided to parade them in front of everyone, well, needless to say, the divorce came soon after. As for the $65,000 price tag, given that Missy made it much more expensive than it actually needed to be, she was forced to pay back the difference. Unfortunately for Missy, she had just quit her job before getting married and quickly needed to find a new source of income. With no one wanting to hire her, she was forced to pick up a few part-time jobs to pay back what she owed. I was at the office for some training with my dad the other day, and I saw someone who looked just like her, pushing a janitor's cart heading into the woman's bathroom with a mop. She was wearing a face mask, so I couldn't quite tell for sure, but, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Petra and I are going to be getting married soon. We decided to use my farm as the venue, and we're going to be shin deep in mud with boots on when we get married. And even though my life is probably going to get a lot busier from here on out, I'm glad that I'll always have Petra by my side.
Hi, honey. I sent you the money like you asked. Oh, thanks, Mom. You're really doing me a solid. Is there anything else I can do for you? Are you sure you don't need any more? It's fine for now. I'm sorry about all this. I know you're living off Social Security. I shouldn't be asking for money. Once I get everything settled, I'll pay you back double.
Oh, don't worry about little old me. Sure, technically I'm getting Social Security paychecks, but I still have the money your father left when he passed away.
Okay, I still feel a little guilty though. I had no idea Claire was going to spend so much of her money. Sorry to cause you the trouble.
I said don't worry. If Claire is using that much of your money, don't you think you should sit down and talk with her? This is the second time you've asked me for money. I'm happy to help, but I'm not rich.
I know, we actually did talk last month, but she ended up spending over our budget again this month.
Money is the root of conflict for many married couples. I know it's a hard thing to talk about, but you have to get it sorted out. It's obviously stressing you out and affecting your life.
I know it is. Before we got married, she never did anything like this, but all of a sudden she's really changed. Trust me, I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about solving this. Knowing her, I don't think a stern approach is the best way.
I'm not saying she's a bad person or anything. It's just that it seems she's not very responsible with money. If you don't figure out something now, it's only going to get worse.
I know. I'm gonna sit down with her again and tell her she can keep doing this. I don't know if it'll work, though.
This is between you and her. I would love to help, but I think it's best I stay out of this. Unless you think it's a good idea for her to hear it from me.
You've already helped by giving us money. You've done more than enough already. Also, I'm not sure if it would be the best idea for you to talk to her anyway. I get the feeling she purposely tries to keep her distance from you.
I know, you've mentioned that before. I get the same impression. But you need to think about all your options for how to fix this problem, even if it means I go and talk to her. Like I said, if you don't put a stop to it now, it's only a matter of time before it gets worse.
I know. I think part of the reason why she's so distant with you is because both of her parents died when she was young. She probably doesn't want to get close to a parent figure because she doesn't want to be hurt again. That's why she might come off a bit cold sometimes toward you. I know you want to have a good relationship with her, but I think it's better for me to take care of this. I really appreciate your desire to help, though.
If you say so, honey. I think it's better not to force it. I trust you'll do what you think is best.
Thank you. I'm sorry to get you involved with all of this.
I'm just happy to help however I can. No matter how old either of us get, I'm still your mother. I'm flattered you still come to me when you need help. If there's anything else I can do, please don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you.
In return for helping you, I want you to really do everything you can to fix this problem between you two. This is a small crack that can either be repaired or turn into what divides you both.
I know. I'm gonna talk to her as soon as I get off work.
Hi, Claire. Do you have a minute to talk? Well, isn't this a surprise? You almost never text me. What's up? Nothing in particular. I just wanted to make sure everything is okay. I haven't seen you lately. Is everything all right? Yep, I'm totally fine. I've been taking care of the house and your son, just like always. You actually caught me at a perfect time. I just finished the housework, so I've got nothing to do.
That's great.
Everything else is going all right? How's everything going between you and Dan? I guess everything is okay. Not bad, not amazing.
It's good? Anything else? Anything else you'd like to talk to me about?
No. Like I said, everything's fine. Is everything okay with you? I appreciate you being so concerned about us.
It's the least I could do. We're family after all, right? Are you sure there's nothing you want to talk about?
Geez, I said no. You're being a little pushy, don't you think? Are you really that worried about us?
Well, actually, Dan talked with me about your money problem. I've been worried about you two since then.
He did? I guess that explains why you were trying to pry so hard. To be honest, we have fought over money in the past. I don't think that's something too crazy, though. Most couples fight about money at some point.
I suppose you're right. It's important to define boundaries for budgeting and spending. I don't want to get myself involved in your issues, but I just want to make sure everything between you two is okay.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. But we're taking care of things just fine on our own. I'm doing my part not to spend as much.
That's great to hear. Because you know, things are different now that you two are married. You can't just spend as much as you want. You really have to be considerate for the other person.
Yeah, I know that. Like I literally just said, I'm trying to be as frugal as possible.
Have you been able to put some money away? Or maybe it's better to think about cutting back on some things.
We're fine. Things are better now, and we're being more careful. You're worrying way too much about this. Everything is fine. We don't need to change anything.
But think about it. Now it seems like you're enjoying yourselves, but what about the future? You'll need money for the future.
Yeah, maybe. You're really advocating on cutting back on our spending, huh?
Yes, exactly. I think that's the best thing for you to do.
I really don't want to do that, though. I don't want to have to resort to eating one meal a day or anything like that.
Ease into it. It doesn't have to be that drastic at first. Maybe go to the store less often. Or get a knack for looking for things on sale instead of buying the first thing you see. Even small changes like that add up.
All right. I'll try if that's what you want.
Sorry for butting in. I'm just trying to help. I know you can do it.
Yep, got it. I'll try to make some changes, so don't worry about us so much. I'm sure you have enough to worry about being on your own. I'm sure it's tiring to worry about us all the time.
Claire, Dan is off from work today, right? I've been trying to get in touch with him, but he hasn't returned my calls. If you're with him, could you get him to call me back?
He's off, but he's not home right now. It's just me at home right now. Is there something you needed?
Is that so? There's something I wanted to talk to him about.
Do you want me to try and text him too? If his phone's blowing up, I'm sure he'll notice.
No need. I'm sure he'll get back to me eventually. Actually, I have something I wanted to talk to you about too. Is it okay to keep texting, or would you prefer I come over?
Texting is fine. I wouldn't want to make you come all the way over here. What's up?
I'm sorry to come to you with this all of a sudden, but I think it's time I stopped giving you money. I just sent over the money for this month. Please don't expect any more money after this.
What? Money? What are you talking about? What do you mean, stop giving us money? I'm really confused. What are you talking about?
What? Is that some sort of joke? Dan hasn't told you?
No, he hasn't said anything to me. I've absolutely no idea what you're talking about. You've been giving us money?
Hang on a second. Who's been handling your money? Dan?
No, I handle the finances. I hang on to the ATM card and credit cards. Dan usually just carries cash. I had no idea you were sending us money.
You're not playing dumb, are you? I thought you were having trouble controlling your spending. That's what Dan told me, and then he asked for money.
Are you serious? He really said that? He said I couldn't control my spending? I can't believe this.
I'm the one who can't believe what you're saying. Don't try and deny it. Dan's come to me multiple times to ask for advice. He said you burned through money, and he asked me to help you two out because you were too stubborn to reason with.
Calm down. I understand if you're angry, but let's both keep our cool. Obviously, there's been a huge lapse in communication. I have no idea why Dan would say any of that. First of all, there's no issue with how I spend money.
What? Explain yourself.
If anything, Dan is the one who's been spending all our money. I haven't bought anything for myself in months. I've been really careful with how I spend money because he's the one who's got a spending problem.
He does? I had no idea about this.
You don't? I thought we just talked about this a little while ago.
No, we didn't. Or did we?
Yeah, we did. Remember how I told you he and I've been fighting about money lately? I thought you knew about it already.
I just assumed it was you using too much money. I had no reason to think otherwise. He told me he was going to talk with you about your spending issues. I thought that's what you meant. But now you're saying it wasn't about that?
No, it wasn't. Of course, he never said anything to me about getting money from you, but he never brought up anything about me spending too much. This is all too much to take in at once. Now that I think about it, was your whole speech about cutting back because Dan told you I was too loose with our money?
Yes, it was. I was wondering why you seemed so confused.
I thought you were really just pushing us to save money for when we have kids in the future. I actually agreed with what you were saying. Having a kid in this country is way more expensive than it should be. I've been trying hard to save as much money as I can lately.
Really? Forgive my confusion about all of this. I had no idea.
Neither did I. I'm not sure what to make of it all.
I think we both need to talk with Dan about what's really going on. I think maybe it would be a good idea to try and get in touch with him.
I could, but he might just ignore my texts or calls. He's been acting weird lately. He never texts me back when he goes out.
Don't you ask him where he's going when he leaves the house? Why don't you go over and talk in person?
Yeah, that's the thing. He never says anything before he goes out. If he's not returning any of your calls either, it makes me a little worried. I feel like I haven't even said 2 words to him lately. I never see him anymore. It feels like I'm living in this house alone.
Claire, why don't you come over here for the afternoon?
Why? I think it'd be better if we just go over everything in more detail. It seems like there's still some confusion about what's going on, so let's get on the same page. I want to understand the situation so we can figure out what to do next. Plus, I'll fix us a nice lunch. I think that's a good idea. Are you sure it's not too much of a hassle for you? No problem at all. Is there a reason you can't come, or maybe you don't want to have lunch with me? No, that's not it at all. It's just, I know you aren't very fond of me.
What? That's not true at all. What would make you think that?
That's just what Dan told me. He said that's why you never text me or why I shouldn't try and text you.
He really said that. Claire, that's not how I feel about you at all. If anything, I've wanted to get closer with you.
Really?
Yes. I think of you as my own daughter. Of course I want to have a good relationship with you.
I'm so happy to hear that. I thought for sure you hated me.
Now I definitely think we need to sit down and have a long talk. There's probably more things we've been misunderstanding about each other. I'm very curious about what Dan's been spending so much money on. What do you say?
Sounds great. I agree. Let's get on the same page about everything. I'll tell you whatever you want to know.
Hey Mom, it's Claire with you. When I got home this morning, she wasn't there. I can't get a hold of her either.
Yes, she's here. We had lunch and dinner together yesterday. She stayed the night.
That's what I thought. I asked her friends, but no one knew where she was. I figured if she wasn't with her friends, she had to be with you.
You guessed right. Claire was exhausted. She's actually still sleeping. We talked all day and all night.
Oh yeah? When did you two become best friends? I always thought there was a distance between you guys.
Not at all. I've always wanted to get closer with Claire. Haven't I always said that?
Yeah, you have, but I thought Claire was the one preventing that from happening. That's why I'm a little surprised you two are getting along so well.
I'm a little surprised too, to be honest. I never imagined we'd hit it off like this. I guess it helped that we had a lot in common.
Oh yeah? What do you have in common? You like the same Netflix shows or something? Or maybe you use the same makeup?
Nope, nothing like that. We actually talked mostly about you.
You did? That makes me a little nervous. You didn't tell her anything weird about when I was a kid, did you? I hope she didn't tell you anything embarrassing about me. I was afraid this day would come.
Well, we talked about a bunch of different things. There was a lot we were misunderstanding about one another. Now we understand things very clearly.
Misunderstanding? Like what?
Oh, there was a lot. For example, how you said Claire wasn't fond of me and how you told her I didn't like her either. It turns out neither of us felt that way about the other.
I don't think that's a misunderstanding. I always got the impression you both didn't like each other.
That's what you wanted us to think, right? You wanted us to hate each other, so you lied to both of us.
I didn't lie about anything. What are you talking about? Why would I lie about that? There's nothing I would gain from lying to either of you.
I beg to differ. If Claire and I constantly talked with one another, it would cause problems for you, wouldn't it? We would have figured out what you were doing right away if we talked often.
What are you saying? You're being really weird. Why are you trying to make it seem like I was hiding something? Are you mad?
No, I'm not mad, just shocked at your behavior. If only I'd known what you were spending the money I sent you on.
What do you mean? I've been using that money to support us. Yeah, maybe I was wrong for coming to you to try and fix a problem Claire started, but you agreed to help, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
I was happy to help since I was under the impression you were actually using it to support you and your wife.
I never imagined you'd be taking it to the strip club and wasting it all in one night.
Were those girls happy to get your money? Did you buy expensive liquor while you were there like a hot shot? Did she tell you that? Do you actually believe that's what I'm doing?
Why wouldn't I? Do you think she's a liar?
This is exactly what I was afraid of. I've never told you this about her because I didn't want you to be worried, but she's a pathological liar. She'll say anything that fits her narrative. Now you've heard it for yourself. Don't believe anything she says.
The only thing I can't believe is the way you talk about your wife. Don't you have a conscience? If you really thought that about her, why would you get married in the first place?
Of course I love her, but everyone has something they don't like about their spouse. What I don't like about her is her tendency to tell ridiculous lies.
Are you sure she's the liar? Or maybe it's my eyes who lied to me.
What do you mean?
I saw the debt you put the both of you in since you got married. You may claim Claire's a liar, but she sure is good at keeping records. She's been keeping an Excel spreadsheet of all your finances since you two started sharing a bank account. She has folders full of receipts too, but I couldn't seem to find where my money was going. Was it because of the separate bank account you kept for your strip club adventures?
Okay, I admit that was wrong. To be honest, we've talked about getting a divorce because of our financial trouble. Me going to a strip club was a way to relieve stress.
Stress. The only stress between you two was the stress you were making from spending all your money. And she told me all about you two talking about getting a divorce. It was because you maxed out your credit cards at the strip club. And she was the one who threatened divorce. She made you promise never to go to the strip club again. Which is why you made a separate account and put the money I was giving you into it.
You're siding with her over your own son? Yeah, I was wrong for putting us in debt, but that was the past. Now she's the one who's spending all our money, not me.
Of course I want to side with my son.
That's what I thought. Who knows what other things she lied to you about?
I looked into you just to be sure I was getting the facts straight.
What? You did?
Yes, with the help of Claire, of course. We can affirm things with your boss and your co-workers.
Why would you do that? Even if you are my mother, that's crossing the line.
I think it's fair, considering how you were using my money. I asked around about you. Your co-workers said you were really in high spirits lately. I asked them if you were the type to go to a strip club. They told me you always try and get them to go with you.
OMG. What's the problem? I'm stressed from work and life at home. I go crazy if I don't blow off steam.
Stressed because you were running out of money? Or am I misunderstanding things again? Maybe you're stressed because I'm cutting you off?
I can't believe this is happening. I really did intend on using that money to support the two of us.
Trying to make excuses is a waste of time. You're not getting another penny out of me. By the way, we stopped by your house yesterday to use your printer. We had to print out divorce papers.
No way. I'm sorry, I was wrong. How could you be on her side? You're really okay with us getting a divorce?
Unfortunately, yes, I am. All you need to do is sign. Claire already filled everything out and signed.
Don't make this harder than it needs to be. She's okay with this? I bet you made her do it.
You've betrayed her twice already. I didn't have to force her to do anything.
I have a solution. I'll pay back all the money I borrowed from you. In return, you gotta convince Claire that getting a divorce isn't the right thing to do.
Don't act like you're doing me a favor by paying me back the money you took from me. Any decent human would pay their mother back. If you don't, I'll have no choice but to explore my legal options to get it back by force. Don't think you're going to get out of this without paying for what you've done, literally and figuratively.
So, you ruined our marriage and now you're threatening to sue me? And you're threatening me like I'm the bad guy? How could a parent be so cruel to their child?
You're right. So I'm disowning you. I no longer consider you my son.
Mom, how could you? You can abandon your own son that easily.
You should be thanking your wife. She thinks disowning you is a bit much.
She does?
You did stab her in the back twice, as she has no intention of staying in a marriage with you. But she thinks me disowning you is going too far.
She knows that if I cut ties with you, then you won't have anyone else to support you. So, she still cares about me. That's how loving and caring she is, and yet you abused her trust and put her in debt. And that's exactly why I'm never going to forgive you. She loved you so much and you still treated her badly. Although she does have a point, I'm done giving you handouts. From now on, you're on your own. But how am I going to survive? What am I going to do? It's simple, really. First, you need to take responsibility for what you've done. You were out having the time of your life and burning money while Claire was at home stressing and crying over what you were doing. It's time to pay for what you've done. I was on Claire's side throughout the whole divorce process. After a long, drawn-out hearing, they finalized their divorce. Unfortunately, Claire had nowhere to go after they separated. Her parents passed away a long time ago, and she didn't want to rush into finding an apartment. We decided it would be best for her to live with me for the time being, and we're making up for all the lost time from having so many misunderstandings. Now we're as close as can be. There are definitely no more misunderstandings between us. Of course, Dan has been paying Claire alimony from the divorce. Not only that, Claire's lawyer made him sign an agreement to pay back every dollar he took from me. My final act of love for him as a parent was not suing him to get back the money. I despise my son now, but I still would have felt bad dragging him through another legal battle on top of his divorce. I hope it turns out I made the right choice. Despite everything that happened and how he abused our trust, Dan is still my son. I wish things could have been different, and I could have still thought of him as the cute boy I held when he was younger. I wanted to cut off all contact with him, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I still stop by his house every once in a while to thank him for repaying me, even though he doesn't have any other choice. Plus, I want to make sure he's taking steps to turn his life around. Let this be a lesson to everyone. Never take a mother's love for granted.
Hi, Shelly. How's the new place? Made any new friends yet? It's been about a week. Have you settled in? How are you finding the neighborhood? If you need anything, just holler, okay? I'll be over in a flash. Anything at all, just say the word. Yahoo! Hey, girl. You are ignoring me, aren't you? That's not very neighborly. Hi, Jenna. Yeah, sorry. Now's not a great time. I'll get back to you, okay? I've still got a mountain of boxes to unpack. You know, the usual things. Thanks for asking, though. Our kids are going to be in the same grade, so I figured I should get to know you and your family, too. We might even be on the PTA together. How great would that be? Yeah, I guess. I haven't given anything much thought. Bobby is ready for school, though, I think. He's excited about starting at a new place and making new friends. We haven't really had time to get used to the place. Getting the kid ready for school has been the main job. Once the term starts, I'll be sure to get out and about. I found the local supermarket, but that's about it. Oh dear. You went there by yourself? What? Is it not a very good supermarket? It's the closest one, and we didn't have any food, so I just figured. It's not that. It's just that you went shopping. You went shopping. Yes? Did I do something wrong? I've seen delivery trucks zipping around the area, but I haven't looked into anything like that yet. Well, it's just that you live in such a beautiful big place. I just assumed you would have a maid or nanny to do all that for you. You don't want to go down into the valley unless you have to. I just have my girl Gabriella do the shopping. She's good. She knows her people. That way I don't have to rub shoulders with, well, you know what I mean. Not really, no. I don't have a problem with doing my own shopping, if that's what you mean. Oh, you New York types with your diversity. Yeah. I was thinking of having someone come in and trim the hedges. And we'll need someone to take care of the pool if we're going to use it. No rush though, right? But the everyday things, I don't have a problem with. I grew up the oldest of a big family, so I was always in charge of dinner when Mom and Pop were out of town or late. Right. Why the austerity? Is it some sort of ruse? Oh, God. You aren't on the witness relocation program, are you? Am I in danger by association? Oh, God, I've said too much. I've blown your cover. They might be listening. Seriously? Austerity? And no, we aren't running from anything. Yes, you don't have to act poor if you aren't. I'm joking. You'll have to get used to me. I just say whatever comes to mind. I need W-A-I-T tattooed on the inside of my eyelids. Get it? W-A-I-T? Why am I talking? I see. Hey, it's nice chatting to you, but I really need to be getting back to work. Oh yeah? You work? What kind of work? By work, you mean you paint or sculpt? You know, a hobby to kill time while the hubby is out making loads of cash. I mean, it's just that I haven't seen you leave the house much. I work from home, mostly consulting and financial planning. It's pretty flexible, actually. I offered to quit when we decided to move, but my boss begged me to stay with the company. So I work from the kitchen table. No need to battle traffic in the morning, and I can be here when Matt and Bobby get home. Oh, really? Sorry, I just assumed you were a housewife. Send the hubby off in the morning, then not a care in the world for the rest of the day. No, it's not like that at all. Matt is... So you're actually working? Like a... worker. Interesting. Well, again, thanks for asking. We're fine. I'll probably see you on the first day of school. Bye! I'll be seeing you soon, Shelly. Hey, we should do lunch sometime soon, okay? Bye. Hey, Jenna. You got a moment? Hi, Shelly. What's up? You all settled in now? We must have lunch so I can tell you all the neighborhood goss. Not that. I need to ask you something, so I'm just going to come out and ask. Go ahead. It's a free country. It's something that Bobby said. I don't want to jump to conclusions and make allegations before I know what's what. If you know what I mean. Shoot! What's on your mind? You aren't seeing my Matt, are you? It's just that my little Bobby has seen him entering your house a few times on the way home from school. Matt hasn't said anything, and I haven't asked him yet. I just can't for the life of me think why this would be the case, if it indeed is. Well, there's no use denying it if there's an eyewitness account. It's true. I have been seeing Matt. Just the two of us. Oh, he's a wonderful man. You are very lucky. Were very lucky, I mean. I'll come clean. There's no point hiding it. We have been having a steamy, and I mean really steamy affair. Like in the movies, only with more drama and steam. We've been seeing each other a lot, actually. Really? This isn't one of your first trash that comes into my head jokes, is it? I need you to tell me the truth, whether it is or it isn't. He's been away a bit more than usual recently, right? Yeah, I guess. That's because of you? Yep. He's been having hot and steamy nights at my place quite regularly. There's no stopping that guy. He's an absolute stallion. From the moment I saw him unloading that moving van, I set my sights on taking him. It wasn't hard. It's satisfying to know I still have it. Are you serious? Yep. I only exchanged numbers with you to get closer to him. He's way too good for you. You are joking, right? Tell me you are joking. Come on, Jenna, we don't know each other well enough for this level of joke. Thanks for being the catalyst. You're a regular Cupid. But you're married. What about your family? Your husband? Son? Frank? He's been living in Denver for over 2 years. He was only supposed to be there for a few months, but as soon as he found out pot was legal, he begged his boss to let him move there. He says the mountain air works wonders for his asthma. Yeah, right. The air might be nice up there, but with the amount of cigarettes he smokes, I doubt he's climbing any mountains. So yeah, with the house mostly to myself, I figured I'd turn it into a little love nest for little old me and my Maddie Pie.
What the hell are you doing with your hands all over another man when you're already married?
Hey, I can assure you it was consensual and mutual. This is true love. Do you even know what that means? It means nobody can stand in the way. When Cupid's arrow hits you right in the heart, you can't fight it. It's destiny. Even if I'm already married.
You are.
Even if I am. Love is blind. Love is bigger than petty human constraints. The heart wants what the heart wants.
Any more tired old cliches to spout at me?
But would you really stand in the way of true love?
You think true love will stand up in divorce court? Just saying you think it's true love doesn't make it all okay. You can't just go sleeping with another woman's husband. What about the kids?
It will all work out in the end. Love finds a way. I'll just divorce Frank and marry Matt. Happily ever after. Easy as pie. The kids are young, they'll adjust. And when they are old enough, they'll understand the power of love to triumph over any adversary.
I haven't talked about this with Matt yet. He still isn't home. This had better be a huge misunderstanding. Even if it isn't, I'm not letting you have him.
Oh dear. No, that's no good. Anyway, I wouldn't bother. It won't work. And hey, don't worry. I'll reimburse you for him. You know, inconvenience, emotional distress, child support. You name it, I'll pay you for him. Oh, and by the way, the reason he's not home yet is because he's here. He's staying the night with me.
Just tell me one thing. What makes Matt so special?
It's biology. Men are attracted to youth and beauty. We women lust after money and power. Someone who's pulling in as much as Matt is a prize catch for anyone.
What on earth are you talking about?
Oh, Shelley, we've come this far. He may as well spill all the beans.
Yeah, so what?
I've been sleeping with your husband. When I heard how fabulously rich he was, I had to make him mine. I'm surprised some of the other cougars in the area haven't been thinking up excuses to visit.
Fabulously rich? What's that supposed to mean?
Bye now!
Hey, sorry about last night. I left my phone in the bag and only noticed now. I was dead beat last night and crashed out as soon as my head hit the pillow. Is everything okay?
What the hell have you been doing? Where are you?
I'm at my new girlfriend's house. I've been seeing her quite a bit recently. Seems she can't get enough. If you know what I mean.
You mean Jenna?
Yeah, how do you know, sis? How many times have I told you to keep your nose out of my business? I'm not a kid anymore. I know that you're just looking out for me, but really, I'm fine, okay? Hello? Actually, after what happened with that door-to-door Wikipedia saleswoman, I do appreciate your help sometimes. I know you always have my back. Sis? But this time's different. I know what I'm doing, okay? Anyway, how do you know about me and Jenna? I was careful not to let anyone find out. You know, with Bobby and her son being classmates, I didn't want to cause any difficulty.
She told me all about it.
Oh, crap. I was hoping to keep it a secret.
I hope you know what you're getting yourself in for. She seems pretty loopy.
She's just head over heels in love with me. What can I say? Who am I to deny the woman? And hey, sis, look, I know she's your friend, but let's not let this get in the way of us, okay? It's just a little fun.
I somehow don't think she sees it that way. And she's not my friend. She just sends me text messages out of the blue sometimes. I would watch out for her. I think she has more in mind than just a fling.
Really? I don't think it's all that serious.
It could get messy, though. You know she's married, right?
What? Wait, say that again? You're joking, right?
I'm not. She's got a husband and a son.
Oh, crap. She didn't say anything about a husband. She lives with her son, so I figured that she was a solo mom, no problem. That's basically what she said too. She never once mentioned a husband.
He's in Colorado. I don't know how often he comes back, but they aren't divorced or anything. He moved up there for work. I've got no idea what he does or anything.
Ah, double crap.
What's she doing right now? Is she there?
Oh, she's fast asleep. We had a rather, vigorous night.
Ew, gross. Where's the kid?
She always sends him to her parents' house when I stay over. I've only met him once.
Okay, there's no point shouting at you over a text. Just get out of there and come home before she wakes up. We need to come up with a plan. Things could get ugly if we don't play this wisely. Just get your ass back here pronto, okay?
Okay, gotcha. I'm on my way.
Hey, Shelly! What have you done with Matt? Have you locked him up or something? Hello? I haven't heard a peep out of him in a week. What gives? Just because he fancies me over you doesn't mean you have to be a piece of crap and stand in the way of our love. Tell him to call me. Are you being a bit childish? There's no use trying to keep him for yourself. He clearly prefers spending his time with me. Locked up? I have no desire to control what my little brother does. What? Yes? Brother? We are talking about your brother. Matt! I'm talking about Matt. What have you done with him? We are talking about my brother. And Matt at the same time. What? He is not your husband? Matt's your brother? No. My husband died 2 years ago. I don't know where you are getting your information from, but Matt doesn't make nearly as much as you think he does. My husband used to be fairly wealthy, and he made sure we would be taken care of before he died. You're right. I'm not falling for that. Suit yourself. So who was making all the money? My grandfather. He died a little while ago, too. What? Before we moved in, there was an old guy living here, right? Yeah, there was. I used to say good morning to him. He was my husband's grandfather. He was a pretty famous investor. Not Warren Buffett level, but he was worth a lot by the time he passed away at 95. Maybe you got your wires crossed and thought he was my husband? Still doesn't excuse you from deliberately sleeping with Matt, thinking he was my husband. Anyway, my late husband's grandfather left us his house and his will. And when my husband died, I became the sole owner. It's really too much for our little family, but my husband loved the place and had so many memories here. So we decided to move in for good. My father is just about to retire, so my parents will be moving in soon. Then it will be the 5 of us. This place really is too big for just 3. So, what was the point of me stealing Matt from you? How do I know? It's pretty messed up to want to do something like that in the first place. Matt didn't know you were married either, by the way. He thought you were a single mom. He was shocked to hear he was being implicated in an affair without his knowledge. So please don't try and contact him again, right? By the way, what does Matt make? I don't know. Average salary? Average? Huh. You can have him back. Goodbye. Shelly! Did you tell my husband about Matt? Yep. Well, I didn't. It was Matt. He felt terrible and he needed to get it off his mind. Matt? Why would he do that? He's a really good guy. I guess he was just racked with guilt. He couldn't live with it on his conscience. He couldn't pretend it never happened. You told me where he worked, so he did a little digging and found the address and went up there. Drove right up to Denver to apologize. Why the hell? I'm finished. My husband is demanding a divorce because of you and that dumb brother of yours. Why couldn't he just keep his big mouth shut? My husband is threatening to take my son away too. Oh, really? That sounds rough. Poor you. You'll just have to try your hardest to prevent that from happening. What? Don't you feel even a little responsible? You guys have ruined my family. Think of my poor son. It serves you right. What? Why should my life be destroyed over a little fling? I was lonely. You were greedy. As soon as you found out Matt wasn't rich, you cast him aside without a moment's thought. You hurt him. He really liked you and you were just using him. All because of a greedy little mistake. Well, too bad. Now my family are all trying their best to help him through it. He was being eaten by guilt, and the only thing that would heal him was to tell your husband and apologize face to face. He's finally starting to return to his cheerful self, so don't you dare try and contact him. You're toxic. Tell him he better not come crying to me then when he decides he can't live without me. Tell him it's too late. It's over. Have you gone crazy? What are you talking about? Now that you've shown your true colors, no man in his right mind would go anywhere near you. If you ever try and contact Matt again, I won't be held responsible for what happens. Just go away and never show your face again, okay? I'm finished. My husband has taken all our savings and is going to take my son. He hasn't left a penny. My parents won't talk to me. My life is over. I don't have a single friend. Nobody has my back. I'm done. Get a grip. It's all you're doing. You messed it up, so you'll have to fix it. Just leave us alone. I'm just a single mom trying to make my way through life and provide for my family. After my husband passed away, I started to work. I mean, I had to. The money left to us wouldn't last forever. It was hard at times. But that was what needed to be done. Jenna would never understand. She fled town and got a job at a restaurant owned by some rich real estate manager. She thought she would try her old tricks on his son, but the poor guy wasn't interested in her. Things went from bad to worse, and the guy had her charged with stalking. She's not allowed within 80 yards of him ever again. Rumor has it she borrowed money from the wrong people and ended up with no choice but to work at some sleazy massage place in the bad part of town. She tried begging her husband to take her back, but he never replies. No one ever answers her phone calls or texts. She even texted me for help once. Then one day they just stopped. I wonder what became of her. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!